For 20 years, the New England Patriots were an inevitability. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick didn't build a team. They built an empire that felt eternal, collecting 6 championships and shattering records along the way. And then, it was over. The empire crumbled into a barren wasteland of losing seasons and shocking irrelevance. The Patriots, once the NFL's final boss, became a free win on the schedule. Fans were told to accept a new reality, that a decade of darkness was coming, and the only way back was to burn it all down and tank for a savior who might never arrive. But they were wrong, because while the world was watching them fail, the Patriots were planning a heist. They were watching a kid in North Carolina with a cannon for an arm and the soul of a gunslinger. And in one fateful night, they didn't just draft a quarterback, they stole back their future. This is the story of how the Patriots pulled off the greatest heist in NFL draft history. This is the story of Drake May.
To understand the heist, you have to understand the target. Drake May wasn't a sleeper pick, he was a football prodigy hiding in plain sight. At UNC, he put up video game numbers, a gunslinger who could launch a 60-yard bomb off his back foot or thread a needle into a window that didn't seem to exist. He was, by every metric, a can't-miss prospect. But as the 2024 draft process began, the narrative machine started to pick him apart. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't about his incredible arm talent, it was about his inconsistent footwork. It wasn't about his heroic scrambles, it was about his tendency to play hero ball. In a league terrified of making a mistake, Drake May's greatest strength, his fearless creativity, was being repackaged as his biggest weakness. Meanwhile, other quarterbacks were rising. Caleb Williams was the consensus #1. Jaden Daniels was the electric Heisman winner. And then there was J.J. McCarthy, the safe pick, a national champion praised for being a GM manager. The draft board was set. Williams and Daniels were the top prizes, McCarthy was the safe bet, and Drake May, the gunslinger from UNC, began to slide.
April 25th, 2024, the NFL Draft. The Bears took Caleb Williams first. The Commanders took Jaden Daniels second. The prophecy was unfolding as written. And then at number 3, the New England Patriots were on the clock. This was their shot at a savior. The consensus was clear. They would take the safe pick, J.J. McCarthy. But a funny thing happened on the way to the podium. The Minnesota Vikings, desperate for a quarterback, made an aggressive trade up to the number 3 spot, leapfrogging everyone. And with that pick, they selected J.J. McCarthy. The league was stunned. Patriots fans were devastated. The Vikings had stolen their guy. Analysts on TV began debating what the Patriots would do now, assuming the top tier of quarterbacks was gone. But inside the Patriots' war room, there was no panic. There was only calm. They had watched as the league, scared off by creative risk, had let a top-tier talent fall right into their laps. They didn't just get a consolation prize. They got the guy they may have wanted all along. They walked to the podium, and with the 3rd pick, they stopped the slide. They stopped the madness. They stole Drake May.
The 2024 season began with the entire league watching. The plan was for May to sit behind the veteran Jacoby Brissett, to learn, to fix the flaws that had caused him to slide in the draft. But you can't keep a weapon like that on the sideline for long. May took over the starting job in Week 5. The first few games were a highlight reel of the exact things scouts had worried about. There were incredible throws, flashes of brilliance, but also head-scratching interceptions and moments where he tried to do too much. He was learning, in real time, on the hardest stage in the world. The team was competitive, but the question remained, could his hero ball translate to winning in the NFL? To find the answer, you just had to look at the tape the Patriots themselves watched. They didn't draft him for what the critics said he couldn't do. They drafted him for the moments when no one else could. Moments like his game-winning drive against Duke in 2023.
May the clap. He'll move the pocket to the right. Drake will keep it. And score! How about that? May turn the corner and then kind of had enough momentum built in his run. Duke's got 4 on the line. Here's May looking right. Now going to scoot back up, throw to the end zone. That's caught. Copenhagen.
With the clock bleeding, he did the one thing everyone said he shouldn't. He played hero ball. He dropped back, saw nothing open, tucked the ball, and ran. And then, with just seconds remaining, he rolled out and delivered a perfect, game-winning touchdown pass. It wasn't a play you could draw up. It wasn't a play that came from perfect footwork. It was a play that came from pure, undeniable talent and a complete refusal to lose. From that moment on, the league knew what the Patriots had seen all along. They hadn't just found a quarterback, they had found an answer. They finished the season 10-7, a wild card team, but a team with an identity, a team with a future.
Which brings us to now. The Patriots just walked into Tampa Bay and dismantled the Buccaneers. They are 8-2, sitting atop the AFC standings with the best record in the conference. The offense, once anemic, is now a top 5 scoring unit. The flawed rookie from a year ago is now a legitimate MVP candidate, leading a team that no one believed in. His footwork? It's still unconventional. He still plays hero ball, but now people don't call it a weakness. They call it the May factor, that special, unquantifiable ability to make impossible plays when it matters most. The teams that passed on him are living in a world of regret. The Vikings, who traded up for the safe pick, are stuck in quarterback purgatory. The Giants are still searching for an answer. They all had a chance at the kid who is now dominating the league, and they let him slip through their fingers because they were afraid of what made him great. The Patriots weren't afraid. They saw the flaws not as permanent defects, but as rough edges on a diamond. And while the rest of the league was playing checkers, drafting for safety and immediate polish, the Patriots played chess. They let the league talk itself out of a franchise-altering talent. They waited patiently as a top prospect fell into their arms. They didn't need to tank. They didn't need to tear it all down. They just needed to pull off a heist. And in doing so, they didn't just secure their future, they resurrected their dynasty.